Freight. You hear that word all the time if you sell physical products, or even if you are just trying to make sense of shipping costs in general. But what is freight, really? Is it just shipping? Is it trucking? Is it something that only big companies ever have to deal with? Here's the simple truth. Understanding freight can save you money and it can prevent delays even if you never book it yourself. In this video, I'm going to break down what freight means, how freight shipping works, and where it fits into the bigger picture of moving products from point A to point B. And for context, you should know that my name is Brandon. I'm here on behalf of Fulfillrite. We're a third-party logistics provider, also called a 3PL. And in our case, that means that we help e-commerce brands store inventory and ship their orders out to customers. You can find out more information about us down there in the description. So what is freight? At its most basic level, freight means goods being transported. That could be by truck, train, ship, or plane. In everyday use, when someone says freight, they're usually talking about larger or grouped shipments such as pallets, crates, containers. So freight isn't a type of product, it's simply how the product itself moves. So let's talk about freight shipping versus parcel shipping. If you're sending a small package, like a single customer order, that would be parcel shipping. And that can get pretty heavy, as most carriers will actually max out around 150 pounds or 70 kilos. If you're sending multiple cartons or pallets or anything bigger than a typical parcel weight limit, that's when you would normally get freight involved. So think of it this way, parcel shipping is built for speed and convenience, especially when you're talking about that kind of door-to-door delivery that most of us are familiar with. This is what you see when you order from Amazon or anywhere else like that. It's going to be parcel shipping. Freight shipping is built for efficiency at scale, and that's usually when you move goods between different commercial facilities. You're not generally going to have items freight shipped to your home unless you're ordering something like cinder blocks from Home Depot, in which case they might actually do freight for you. But for most situations, here's the easiest way to think about it. Parcel moves orders, freight moves inventory. Freight shipping typically happens in situations like from a manufacturer to a warehouse, from a port to a distribution center, from a supplier to a fulfillment partner, or between warehouses to rebalance inventory. Freight can go to homes or it can go to non-business locations, but as I had mentioned, that's not typically the norm. Most freight moves between commercial hubs. So most of the time when a package is going from a local hub to a customer, that's called last mile delivery. So freight shipping comes before that. Now, why does freight matter? Even if you never arrange freight directly, it's still going to affect your business. All the raw materials that make your products have to get to you somehow, and that's going to determine what your suppliers will charge you. So the cost of freight, whether or not you book it, can ultimately impact your landed cost per unit, your profit margins, how quickly you can restock, and how reliably you can keep products available. If freight is delayed, everything after it is going to slow down. You can't ship stuff that you don't have. And likewise, if freight costs spike, your bottom line is going to show evidence of that. Understanding this helps you to avoid expensive surprises and delays. Let's talk real quick about common types of freight shipping. Freight usually moves in one of four ways. There's truck freight, which is common for domestic shipments, especially in the US. There's ocean freight, which is good for international ports, generally slower and less expensive, more eco-friendly if you're talking about carbon emissions, good if you're shipping from like China to the US. Air freight is fast but expensive. And rail freight is ideal for long inland distances, often combined with truck or port delivery. So each option trades cost for speed. There's no single best choice, and what you need to go with is just what's going to work for your business in the moment. Now, where does freight fit into the bigger picture? Here's how most products move through the supply chain. They're manufactured, and then they are moved in bulk via freight from where they were made to where they need to be stored. Then they're stored at a warehouse or 3PL, and then they're shipped out as individual customer orders. I'm talking about e-commerce here. Freight is the bridge between production and fulfillment. You can't ship what you don't have, and freight determines when you have it. So when businesses start using freight, let's talk about that. Most businesses start with parcel shipping. Freight becomes part of the picture when they either outgrow small shipments, they start importing products, they shift their inventory between storage facilities, they partner with a 3PL, which often involves sending inbound pallets to them. You don't need to be an expert in freight since there are brokers who can help you with that. Even still, having a solid grasp of the basics will help you make sure that you're getting a good deal out of the expert that you work with. So lots of information in this short video. So let me go ahead and sum it up once more for you. Freight means transporting goods, usually in larger quantities. It's used for pallets and crates and containers. It's not used for small packages. It happens between production and fulfillment and generally isn't done at the last mile unless you're getting like a fridge sent to you. It directly affects your costs, your timeline, and your ability to scale. And if you sell physical products, freight is going to be part of your business whether or not you see it. And if you want to keep learning more, I've got a few links up there. I actually don't know the titles yet, so we're just going to pop them in after the fact. If you enjoyed this video, please take a moment to like and subscribe. Don't forget to slap some postage on that bell so we can express ship new videos to you as soon as they drop. And last but not least, if you've got any questions about freight, just go ahead and drop them down in the comments. We read them and we answer as many of them as we can. Thanks for watching.